Chapter 4. Normal Operating Procedures. Pre-flight external checks. Warning. Every single checkup mentioned in this chapter must be performed prior to every flight, regardless of when the previous flight took place. The person responsible for the pre-flight checkup is the pilot, from whom it is required to perform the checkup in the utmost thorough and precise manner. Provided the status of any of the parts and/or operations does not comply with conditions stated in this chapter, the damage must be repaired prior to engine startup. Disobeying this instructions may result in serious further damage to the plane and crew, including injury and loss of life. Schematic of pre-flight checkup. Station 1. Engine cover. A. The cooling fluid level should be halfway to the top. B. The oil quantity should be within designated limits. C. Check that the throttle, choke, and oil pump wires have no mechanical damage and ensure smooth, unobstructed movement. D. Check that the radiators and hoses have no mechanical damage or leakage, and ensure the air filters are clean and intact. E. Ensure the exhaust pipes and collectors are firmly in position, with no cracks. Verify that the springs and rubber dampers are intact and in position. F. Ensure there is no fuel and/or oil leakage, and that there are no spots on hoses, engine housing, or engine cover. G. Check for any oil leakage and ensure all bolts and plugs are firmly attached in the reduction gearbox. H. Ensure the fasteners and engine cover screws are tightened, and the engine cover is undamaged. Station 2. Gascolator. Drain approximately 1/3 of a liter of fuel, ensuring to prevent ground pollution by intercepting the fuel with a canister. Station 3. Spinner and nose wheel. A. Ensure that the spinner has no mechanical damage like cracks, impact spots, and that the screws are tightened. B. Ensure all the bolts and nuts are secured. C. Grab the aircraft's propeller and push it towards the ground to verify proper nose wheel suspension operation. Then, lift the nose wheel off the ground and check for the wheel strut free play. D. Check that the bolts are fastened. E. Ensure that there are no cracks and that the tire has adequate pressure. F. Ensure the wheel fairing is undamaged, firmly attached, and clean, like no mud or grass on the inside. Station 4. Propeller. A. Ensure there is no mechanical damage like cracks in the hub and blades, and that both are immaculately clean. B. Ensure all the bolts and nuts are secured. C. Check for smooth, unobstructed movement along the propeller pitch, and check for free play in the propeller. Station 5 and 22. Undercarriage right and left hand wheel. A. Check that the bolts are fastened. B. Ensure there is no mechanical damage like cracks in the landing gear strut, and that it is clean. C. Ensure there is no mechanical damage like cracks in the wheel, and that it is clean. D. Check that the wheel axis and nut are fastened. E. Ensure the brake cable is intact, with no twists or sharp curves. F. Ensure the oil line, hydraulic brakes, has no mechanical damage and/or leakage. G. Ensure that there are no cracks and that the tire has adequate pressure. H. Ensure the wheel fairing is undamaged, firmly attached, and clean, like no mud or grass on the inside. Station 6 and 21. Right and left wings leading edge. A. Check that the surface condition is pristine, with no cracks, impact spots, paint, or edge separations. B. Check that the pitot tube is firmly attached, with no mechanical damage or bending. Remove the protection cover and ensure it is not blocked or full of water. C. Make sure that the wing drains are not blocked and clean them accordingly. Station 7 and 20. Right and left wingtip, lights. Check that the surface condition is pristine, with no cracks, impact spots, bumps, or paint separations. Station 8 and 19. Right and left wings trailing edge. A. Check that the surface condition is pristine, with no cracks, impact spots, paint, or edge separations. B. check that the mylar sealing tape between the wing and aileron is undamaged and in position. C. Ensure the aileron has a pristine surface, with no cracks or impact spots, no paint abnormalities or edge separations, no vertical or horizontal free play, and smooth, unobstructed deflections. Station 9 and 18. Right and left spoiler, reservoir cap. A. Ensure the spoiler is firm, with smooth, equal, and unobstructed extension. It should be tightly fitted when retracted, and the springs should be stiff and intact. B. Ensure the fuel reservoir cap is fastened, and the pipe is completely clean. Station 10 and 17. Fuselage, right and left hand side, antenna, rescue parachute hood. A. Check that the self-adhesive tape is in position, with no separations. B. Ensure the controls cap and antenna are firmly attached. C. Check that station 17, the optional side access door to the cargo compartment is closed and locked. Station 11 and 16. Fuselage, continued, right and left hand side. Check that the surface condition is pristine, with no cracks, impact spots, bumps, or paint separations. Station 12 and 15. Horizontal tail surfaces, right and left. A. Check that the surface condition is pristine, with no cracks, impact spots, paint, or edge separations. B. Ensure the hinges have no free play in any direction. C. Ensure the central securing screw on top of the horizontal stabilizer is fastened and secured. D. Check that the self-adhesive tape covering the gap between the horizontal and vertical tail surfaces is in position. E. Ensure the elevator has smooth and unobstructed up-down movement, with no side-to-side free play. Station 13 and 14. Vertical tail surfaces, right and left. A. Verify that the bottom part of the vertical fin has no cracks, impact spots, or paint separations along the main cord. B. Check that the surface condition is pristine, with no cracks, impact spots, bumps, or paint separations. C. Ensure the hinges have no free play in any direction. D. Ensure the rudder metal rope endings are intact, and the bolts are in position. Caution: there are no questions or compromises in this. Pre-flight checkup should be performed following stations 1 through 22. Thank you.